Welcome to today's episode of the Ingrid Pink Network podcast, the Ingrid Pink podcast. And today's topic is how to avoid scams by doing simple research. I am your host, Ingrid Pinkett, and I am thrilled to have you join us. So let's talk about this. In today's society, research is more critical than ever. It empowers us to make informed decisions and avoid pitfalls. We're surrounded by an abundance of resources for research, from smartphones to search engines and social media platforms. These tools are at our fingertips, and they are ready to promote the information we need to navigate daily challenges. Today, we're going to explore how to leverage those resources to protect yourself from scams and misinformation. So, in this episode, we're going to cover practical applications of simple research techniques that anyone can use. We'll delve into how quick fact checking can save you from scams and ensure you're always and already informed. I'm going to also share a personal story that highlights the importance of doing proper research and the difference that it can make. From basic search engine tips to using social media effectively, I'll provide actionable insights. Stay tuned because you'll learn how to easily navigate these strategies into your daily life. I want to thank today's sponsor, which is Ingrid Products. So if you have not had an experience with Ingrid Products, you don't know what you are missing. Ingrid Products are sustainable items for you guys, you know what? I hate when people come, I usually do this all by myself, but I have a friend with me and they have me over here cracking up. Not it, and they're over here doing funny stuff. So I'm not trying to laugh, but this was funny. So let me go back into what Ingrid Product is. We want you to elevate your daily hydration routine with Ingrid Enterprises exquisite glass tumblers. Crafted for both beauty and durability, our tumblers are designed to enhance your drinking experience with every sip. Whether you're enjoying a refreshing beverage at home, in the office, on the go, our stylish tumblers offer a touch of elegance and practicality. Choose Ingrid Products for quality craftsmanship and to elevate your drinking style today. I will tell you something about these tumblers. They are all glass. They are sustainable. They are reusable. The straw is glass and they are small. They are cute. You can take them anywhere. They fit in all the cup holders. I have a whole set. They come in two colors. You get one of each color in the set, which is a amber and also a charcoal gray. So go on over to Ingrid Enterprises. I will have the link down in the bottom if you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook. I will have the link in there for you to be able to grab your own eco-conscious tumblers today. So come on and join the family of Ingrid Enterprises. Thank you. And now back to the podcast. So let's talk about why research is critical. Failing to do proper research can lead to significant dangers, from financial scams to making poor decisions based on misinformation. Fortunately, accessing reliable information is easier than ever with the internet and smartphones at our disposal. A quick fact check can be the difference between scamming and staying safe. The internet always offers a wealth of resources that, when used correctly, can ensure you're always informed and protected. We'll also discuss how to harness these tools to verify information swiftly and effectively, which will help in preventing those potential pitfalls. Let's talk about utilizing our smartphones for a minute. Smartphones are that powerful tool for conducting research on the go. With just a few taps, you can access a world of information. You can utilize search engines like Google and browsers like Safari to look up information quickly and effectively. Researching while you're in conversation is possible and often necessary. A quick search can clarify facts in real time. Voice assistants like Siri and Google Assistant can also be used for hands-free inquiries. Remember, your smartphone isn't just for social media and texting. It is your gateway to reliable information. There are many times when I have taken my smartphone or my iPhone and been in a conversation with somebody, even talking on the phone with them. And what I've done is I've quickly opened up Google or opened up Safari, typed in maybe their information, their business name, just to see what would come up on pages 1 and 2 of my search. That will help me to make a decision about the person that I'm talking to, whether or not I'd like to do business with them or not. If I don't want to go that far, I'll also pop on TikTok, YouTube. I'll pop on Facebook, Twitter, X now, and do a search for that person's name or for their business name. See what comes up. If what comes up doesn't match what they're telling me, that's questionable for me. Let's give the importance of a quick fact check. A quick fact check can help you verify the accuracy of the information you receive, preventing misinformation. Emotions like frustration or urgency can sometimes hinder our willingness to research. But if you take a moment to fact check, you can save a lot of trouble. You can also there are several sites that you can go to and several apps that you can download that can help you do those fact checkings as well. So definitely look into those. Simple searches can confirm or debunk claims, ensuring you make decisions based on the accurate information that you can see. Please don't listen to what somebody says all the time, because they can be hyping you up. Of course, if someone is trying to get you to buy their service, they want you as a client or a customer or things like that, they can be hyping up things that are not things that either you need or things that they actually can't even do. So you want to make sure that you do that fact checking so that you cover yourself, especially if you're investing in your career, your business, your family. Okay, these are important areas. Your financial future. It's very important. Please overcome emotional barriers that kind of move us into the direction to take quick action without research. So practice taking a deep breath and doing quick research before you react, before you hit that button, before you say yes. Do that quick research. Think of fact checking as a habit that protects you from making impulse and uninformed decisions. So think of it like that. Don't think of it as, oh, I'm indecisive, or, oh, I can't make decisions on the fly because I'm not that type of leader. Don't think of it like that. Always think of it as, I need to make an informed decision, because once you make that decision, you're going to move forward in what it is that you have decided. And I'm assuming if you're deciding this, you're going to move forward 1000%. Let's talk about the difference between major and minor decisions. It's essential to differentiate between trivial purchases and significant life decisions. While a small purchase is like a new gadget, may not need extensive research, decisions that impact your career or finances do. The research is critical for significant decisions. The stakes are high, and the consequences of misinformation can be severe. If you understand the gravity of certain decisions, it can help you prioritize your research efforts appropriately. We'll explore examples of both minor and major decisions and how to approach research for each. So just hang with me because we're going to talk about that. Let's talk about some common pitfalls. So let me share a story that I went through where I failed to research properly and before making a significant purchase, and I ended up regretting it. So I was going through a major move, and excuse me, I did not research some of the things that I needed to go through this major move. And so I jumped in, and this was years ago. This was before. Now I research everything. I research each and everything. You can't ask me nothing and I don't check you out. I'm gonna be watching things for a while. I'm gonna be moving and shaking. Trust me. By the time I reach out to you and I say yes to something, I have researched you. So trust me, I do, especially when it comes to my money. Okay, I don't play about it. Hey, I know a lot of people don't play about their money. Thing I can always get money back. What I can't get back is time. So I'm not going to waste time on something, one, that I'm not going to put my whole heart into, and two, after that comes, of course, my finances, right? So what I did not do was that I did not research this partnership that I was getting ready to go into as I was making, when I say a major move, it wasn't from one place to another. It was actually in business. And so I not doing that research cost me a lot. So it cost me my home. It also cost me, I'm standing in court by myself because my business partner was not there. So it cost me my credibility. It cost me a wage garnishment on my wages because the person had used the money inappropriately. So we did not have money to cover things and we were sued. So if I would have just done a little bit of research on this person to know that they were not business savvy as I thought that they were, as they told me that they were, as they appeared to be on social media, I would have realized that I was about to lose my shirt, but I didn't. So time, lesson learned, lesson learned. And now my test is a testimony. Okay, so I'm sharing that with you now. The oversight cost me time, money, and stress, but it could have been avoided with just a little bit of research. The consequences of me not performing adequate research became dire, and it affected both my personal and my professional aspects of my life. It's easy to fall into the trap of taking information at face value without verifying it. So that is so easy. But by sharing these pitfalls with you, I'm hoping to emphasize the importance of diligence and careful investigation. So here's some practical tools for quick research. There's simple tools and inquiries that can provide the necessary information in minutes. So platforms like Google, social media sites, and other search engines are invaluable resources. Even a quick browse through relevant forums or review sites can offer insights and verify information. So learn to navigate these platforms effectively so that can save you time and trouble. So let's talk about how to use these tools effectively and gather valuable information swiftly and accurately. The first step in effective research is starting with simple, straightforward questions. So think of the most direct way to phase your inquiry. Like, for example, is blank product reliable? Or what are the reviews for blank service? right? So you put the service name. What are the reviews for service? What is blah, 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 blah product reliable? Use those search engines to input those inquiries and look at the initial results to get a broad understanding. So when you start with broad questions, it helps in narrowing down the specifics as you gather more information. And also, this approach will set a solid foundation for deeper research if necessary. So I definitely, as I'm telling you guys this, I do this all the time. So I will absolutely, because I'm looking for anything that pops up that says something that is a warning or a warning or a scam. And let me tell you something, if scam comes up automatically, if it says is so and so, is this a scam, that's the first thing I click on, because I want to see what this person has listed, because a lot of times people talk from experience. So I want to see what they have wrote, what article it was, what did they write that was the title. Okay, that caught my attention, because no one wants to be scammed, right? So we want to also, step 2 is using social media effectively. Social media can be a treasure trove of information if we use it correctly. We can validate the information by checking multiple sources and looking for consistency. Reviews, user testimonials, community feedback on platforms like Facebook, Twitter, Reddit can offer real-world insights. Be cautious of misinformation. Look for credible profiles and pages with a history of reliable posts. If you see something that has a face on it, and they haven't posted on there in like a year, come on now, that's a red flag. If they're trying to get something from you and they haven't been on there, you haven't seen a post, you looking on several sites, and it's been a couple of years since they have done it, just think about it. Okay, that is a red flag in itself. Be cautious of that misinformation. Okay, social media also allows for direct engagement. Don't hesitate to ask questions in groups or forums. Ask about those people. Ask about, copy and paste potential scam verbiage into Google search. If it's a scam, it will pop up. So be mindful, pay attention. Step 3, deep dive when necessary. Sometimes surface level research isn't enough. You need to deep dive. You need to take a deep dive into something. Look beyond the first 2 pages of Google results, which often contain the most common or sponsored links. And I was talking about this before to a friend of mine, and I was saying, I will pop over. I won't even go to the first 2 pages. Sometimes I'll go to what Google calls the dead yard. And that's on pages 4, 5, and 6, where pretty much they think nobody goes. But sometimes that's the places that you need to be in order to find out the information that is important, that will give you the best overall picture so that you can make an educated decision. Identify credible sources by checking the author's credentials and publication's reputation. Scholarly articles, official reports, and established news outlets are good starting points for deeper research. And we'll talk about some tips on how to recognize and access those credible sources. I also wanted to talk about, and I wanted to say to you that when we're looking for those items that are for deeper research, it is okay to come back to that person and to say to them, I need to do, whatever it is. My line is, I want to do a little bit more research, or and usually this is the case. If it's a large purchase, I have to move some finances around. So I have to give you a call back because, of course, most of the time when people are, especially if it's a large ticket item, they don't want to make a quick decision. You shouldn't make a quick decision. If you do, shame on you. But two, telling someone you need to move money around means that you are going to be ready for the purchase as soon as you call back. But also in conjunction with that, it also gives you more time to do a deep dive of, verification of that information that you're going to receive. So if you are spending a few $1,000s, trust me when I tell you, if you purchase it then or a week from the time that they tell you, they're going to still accept the same thousands of dollars that you were going to invest when you were on the phone with them. Trust me, I am absolutely telling you the truth. The offer isn't going to go away. It's not going to expire if it doesn't happen right then, all of that. You shouldn't need to take a week, though, to go ahead and investigate, maybe a couple of days if this is something you really want to do, and then get back to them. Trust me when I tell you, if you are spending a few $1,000s, they're going to take your money. I'm telling you, it is true. Verifying information is step 4. We're going to cross-referencing. Cross-referencing is critical to ensure the accuracy of the information you find. So you don't want to just check one source. You want to check multiple sources to see if they provide consistent data on insights on the topic. So fact-checking websites and tools can be helpful in verifying the validity of claims. So a friend of mine sent me a few different websites, and I'm going to put them down at the bottom of the podcast. So if you're watching this on Facebook or not Instagram, Facebook or YouTube or Spotify, you'll be able to access those links. So you want to fact check websites, again, just to make sure that you are verifying the validity of claims. You want to cross-reference everything because you want to identify whether something is biased or it's false information. Everybody leans towards their own understanding when it comes to certain things because they may have a stake in what's going on. So, for instance, I was telling you about Career Enterprises, which houses Career Products and Career Wellness. So Career Enterprises is in association with the Ingrid Pinkett Network, which is, of course, in association with the Ingrid Pinkett Podcast. Do I have a bias? Of course I do. I want to tell you that my products are absolutely amazing. Why? Because they are, but I have a bias. Okay, so always remember that part of it as well. Okay. So reliable information often aligns across different credible sources. So if you are looking at more than one source and it is giving you the same amazing, wonderful, beautifully spectacular, glowing reviews, then you absolutely know that is something that you want to invest in. That's something that you want to invest in. That is something that you want to definitely take into consideration when you are moving forward in your decision making. Okay? So let's talk about handling inconsistent information. So when different sources provide conflicting information, it's essential to proceed with caution. Investigate the reasons for the discrepancies and consider the credibility of each source. I can't stress that enough. And the reason why I can't stress that enough is because you want to make sure that you look for additional information to see which claims are supported by the majority of credible sources. So inconsistencies often can signal the need for more research or a more conservative approach. So if you can't resolve the inconsistencies, it's often safer to say no or to delay the decision until more information is available. What do I mean by that? Sometimes when you receive inconsistent information, it's because maybe there's a negative bias. Maybe this person doesn't like the owner, the organization, whatever. They already have a bias. So as you're reading this, they're actually not giving an objective opinion. Or anything based on facts. Let me say that they're not giving you anything based on facts. They are giving you their opinion of the organization based off of their interaction with the person, or what they don't like, or things like that. You do want to take those things into consideration, but in the overall scheme or overall view, is that just that one thing? Was that just that one situation? Is that just that one hater? Okay, that's hating on that person because maybe they're doing better than them, or maybe their business is thriving more, or maybe they had a bad experience working at that organization. But if you have a whole list of it, absolutely take that into consideration. But just be mindful and practical about how you're approaching this. Okay, so let's talk about some practical applications. Let's recap on how these searches can be applied to our daily life. Whether you're making a purchase, deciding on a new job, planning a significant project, these techniques are absolutely invaluable. By incorporating these research habits, you can make more informed and confident decisions. This approach not only saves you time and money, but also enhances your overall decision-making skills. Provide examples of everyday situations. You can provide that with others. You can think about what is going on in your everyday life where these strategies can be practically beneficial. How about when you're shopping for groceries, when you are looking for a shared ride service, when you are in your everyday, say for instance, you have a project where you are to maybe, I don't know, well, I can only go by my own experience. You have to organize an event. Excuse me, I've been talking for a minute. Let me get a little sip of water. Hold on, y'all. Okay. So where you have to organize an event, and so you're looking for what is the best. Maybe you're organizing a miniature golf thing. Which miniature golf place should they go to? Which one has the best experience? So definitely do that. Maybe in your work life, you want to figure out maybe you are going to go to Thai, you and a coworker, which Thai restaurant is best. Do a little research on that. I encourage you to start incorporating these simple research habits in all of your daily routines. That will help you a lot. Take a few moments to verify information can prevent a lot of potential problems. And remember, it's not about spending hours researching, but about being smart and effective with the tools at your disposal. The peace of mind that comes from knowing you're making informed decisions is absolutely worth the effort. So let's make research a part of our daily informed lives and also make our life safe. So I'm going to wrap up, and then that's all I have for today's episode. I know we've covered a lot of ground on how scams and making informed decisions through simple research can help avoid scams, right? Because we talked about what scams are, how scams work, a lot of things. I know some of us, all of us, at least one time or another, have bought something, and the first thing that came to mind, because it did not come out the way you thought, was scam. That was the first thing. I know that was kind of high. Huh? I got a high on that one, huh? I like that. I like that, y'all. But I want to just give a laugh on this. I know this was a lot. I want to thank you guys for tuning in and taking the time to learn these valuable skills. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and leave me feedback. Your input helps me to improve and bring you more helpful content. Do not forget to tune in next time where we will discuss more exciting topics. And perhaps maybe in the future, I will be on camera. So the next time you see me, we're going to be doing this. I'm going to do it again. And July is going to start my on camera appearance. So you guys get to see how animated I am while I'm doing this. Because trust me, I am so animated while I'm doing this. So remember to take a few extra moments to do some research. It can make all the difference. Stay informed, stay safe. I will catch you on the next episode of the Ingrid Pinkett podcast. And if no one has told you today, you are awesome. Bye.